Iraqi music plays softly in room 125 of the John Hope Franklin Center. Books on life in Baghdad and the history of modern Iraq line the bookshelf, and the teapot whistles as it begins to boil. It is a mini Iraq inside the walls of a small office in Durham, and a subtle attempt to reconnect with a larger home. A home Iraqi-born Duke professor Abdul Jawad remembers with long Iraqi days filled with Walt Whitman poetry and the piano.
I get cold water in Iraqi summer, listen to piano, and reading so many American poets, Robert Frost. Walt Whitman was great there. I start learning about democracy from Walt Whitman. This is one of the memory stuck to my head. It's still buzzing, bubbling in my head.
Jawad may remember learning about democracy from Walt Whitman in Iraq, but says he also remembers fleeing an Iraq where democracy was dwindling by the day. Jawad was the founding editor of the English-only daily The Baghdad Mirror, and dean at Musausariya University in Baghdad. Jawad fled Iraq in 2005 following several attempts on his life by fundamentalist militias that emerged after the U.S. invasion.
Suddenly I found my office surrounded by kids wearing white shrouds, shouting warlike slogans. They want to kill me. And I managed to slip away from the back door. I was unable to go there. So I served as a dean in Mustansariya just for 1 week. I found it very hard to leave my family there.
Virtually overnight, Abdul Jawad became a professor without students, an editor without a publication, and a man without a home.
Mentally, culturally, I'm homeless. So when I talk about Iraqi culture or Baghdadi culture, for me it is dead culture.
The lines on his forehead and the dark bags under his eyes paint a history of too many sleepless nights replaying the night he fled his country.
I'm lamenting the loss of my home, the loss of my society, my country. We long, we yearn to see our home. It is our history.
And Jawad says he not only lost a house to live in, but a home within a culture, and a country once valued as the cradle of civilization.
Chaos. We traded a dictator for chaos. This is the irony in our country nowadays.
Jawad remains hopeful a day will break and the nation can begin to recover, though he thinks he may not be around for that day.
It will rise again, but it may take 1 or 2, 3 generations. I'm going to die without seeing that, probably.
Jawad glances at the photograph of his former university on his desk and pauses for a moment.
Well, I'm praying for peace to prevail, and I'm ready to serve my country again.
Memories of home live in Jawad, but he hopes his memories can one day come to life in Iraq. In Durham, I'm Layla Quran.